Can we start, sir? Okay. Ellagaru namaskara. Friends, today is a sad day for India's democracy. Today is a day when the office of Prime Minister of India has been brought into disrepute. Today is a day when none less than Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has committed a sacrilegious crime. Today is a day that will be remembered in India's and Karnataka's history as a day when Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi ji condoned corruption. Today is a day which will go down in history of Karnataka as a day when Prime Minister of India put his stamp of approval on 40% corruption. Today is a day when Prime Minister of India Shri Narendra Modi conveyed to all BJP workers in Karnataka that their lives don't matter, that they don't matter. Today is a day when Prime Minister of India Shri Narendra Modi conveyed that for political benefit and for vote garnering, BJP and Modi ji will go to any extent, whether it is condoning the act of a person who was responsible for death of a political worker, Santosh Patil, or bowing before rowdy cheaters like fighter Ravi. Today is a day when Prime Minister has proved former Governor Satyapal Malik right कि प्रधानमंत्री जी को करप्शन से कोई खास ऐतराज नहीं है. We all saw Prime Minister's video talking to Shri Ishwarappa, joking with him, supporting him, trying to assimilate him back into their fold. I ask you, as a citizen of India, Mr. Prime Minister Modi, wasn't Mr. Ishwarappa sacked as a minister because a BJP leader and worker Santosh Patil committed suicide and wrote in his death note that he is committing suicide because 40% commission was being demanded from him by the minister? Has Prime Minister Modi ever spoken to the family of BJP worker Santosh Patil? Has Prime Minister Modi ever called widow of Santosh Patil and spoken 2 words of condolences to him? Has Prime Minister Modi ever decided to go to house of Santosh Patil when he came to Belgavi? When we said double engine Sarkar is double engine Droha, it has been proved today by none less than Prime Minister of India Shri Narendra Modi calling Mr. Ishwarappa. Mr. Ishwarappa may be a BJP worker or a leader, but Mr. Ishwarappa was removed on charges which may or may not be tested finally in a court of law, but he was removed on the ground of 40% corruption commission, and that allegation was not levelled by the Congress party. That allegation was levelled by Shri Santosh Patil, who committed suicide, leaving behind a death note saying that he was being demanded 40% commission for payment of contracts by Mr. Ishwarappa and his colleagues. If allegations of Mr. Santosh Patil were not right, why did you remove Mr. Ishwarappa? If allegations of Santosh Patil were not right, why did you deny ticket to Ishwarappa? Prime Minister Modi condoning, sanctioning, putting his stamp of approval over 40% commission government in Karnataka is fatal for India's democracy. I feel ashamed as citizen of India that Prime Minister, for somehow seeking power, will go to any extent, will bow before fighter Ravi, will do namaskara to him, will bow before him, and now will speak to Mr. Ishwarappa. What did Mr. Satyapal Malik, appointed by Mr. Modi as governor of first Jammu Kashmir and then Goa, say? Mr. Satyapal Malik said, and he is on video, you all have shown, he said that in Goa there were complaints of big and petty corruption, which he reported to the Prime Minister. And Prime Minister called him back, Satyapal Malik back, to say these allegations may not be correct. So when Satyapal Malik asked Prime Minister Modi ji, on what basis are you saying so? So Satyapal Malik revealed that the man who was taking money sitting in Chief Minister's residence is the person who was being quoted by Prime Minister. How was a man who was sitting allegedly in CM's residence taking money talking to the Prime Minister of India in Goa? Governor Satyapal Malik also said that when he was in Jammu and Kashmir as governor, Hasind Rabu and Ram Madhav is a former general secretary, they came to him with a deal of over 300 crores. It was reported to the Prime Minister, Modi ji took no action. I thought this was a government of na khaunga na khane dunga. But now it has become a government of sanctioning 40% commission. That's why the double engine government is double engine droha. They took no action. PM sat like a Moni Baba for 4 years, took no action against ministers, against chief ministers, on scams, on job scams, on statements made by Mathadishas, Dingleshwar Swamiji or Lingayat Swamiji, on letter written to him by the Contractor Association, on letter written to him by 40,000 private school association RUPSA. Now we know why. Because sadly, Prime Minister appears to have condoned 40% commission. His call to Mr. Ishwarappa, which has been shown by all television channel of Karnataka, proves that today. It's a sad letter day for India's democracy when Prime Minister of India sanctions by his acts, by his conduct, by his conversation with people who were removed as ministers on charges of 40% commission, but completely ignores family of Santosh Patil. We demand an explanation. We demand an explanation from Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. Modi ji, you are senior in age. You hold an august office. We respect your age and your august office. But your conduct has brought down the prestige of that office that people respect. BJP has now officially put its stamp of approval on the 40% commission. People of Karnataka will not pardon you, will demand answers from you every time you come to Karnataka. Any questions, you're welcome to ask.
सर, इससे पहले हिमाचल में भी प्रधानमंत्री ने अपने एक वर्कर से बात की थी, आज फिर कर्नाटका में किया, क्या दोनों में कोई सहयोग है?
आदरणीय साथी, सवाल ये नहीं है कि प्रधानमंत्री किससे बात करते हैं। सवाल ये है कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने आज एक नैतिक जघन्य अपराध किया है। नैतिक तौर से प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो ऑफिस है उस पर एक प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा कर दिया है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने आज अलेज्ड जो करप्शन है, 40% कमीशन है, उसको कंडोन कर दिया है, उसके लिए माफीनामा लिख दिया है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने आज 40% कमीशन भाजपा सरकार के व्यवहार पर, चरित्र पर, कार्यकुशलता पर जो उनकी 40% कमीशन की कार्यकुशलता है, बदनामी है, उस पर मोहर लगा दी है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने आज कह दिया है कि भाजपा के नेताओं की जिंदगी और उनके वर्कर्स की जिंदगी का कोई महत्व नहीं। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने आज कह दिया है कि सत्ता प्राप्ति के लिए वो तथाकथित भ्रष्टाचार के आरोप में मंत्री के आगे भी बिछ जाएंगे और वो राउडी शीटर फाइटर रवि के आगे भी झुककर नमस्कार करेंगे, किसी तरह से वोट मिल जाए। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने आज कर्नाटक आने का और कर्नाटक के लोगों से मत मांगने का नैतिक अधिकार खो दिया है। क्या यह सच नहीं कि श्री ईश्वरप्पा को बतौर मंत्री के इसलिए बर्खास्त किया गया क्योंकि भाजपा के नेता संतोष पाटिल ने उन पर और उनके सहयोगियों पर 40% कमीशन की रिश्वत का आरोप लगाकर सुइसाइड नोट लिखकर आत्महत्या की थी। इसीलिए ईश्वरप्पा जी को बर्खास्त किया गया था और दरकिनार किया गया था। प्रधानमंत्री ने संतोष पाटिल की बेवा से बात तो की नहीं, प्रधानमंत्री संतोष पाटिल के घर तो गए नहीं, प्रधानमंत्री ने उनके बेटा बेटी या भाई या पिता से बात तो की नहीं। प्रधानमंत्री उनको मना रहे हैं, उनके आगे पलक पावड़े बिछा रहे हैं जिसको 40% कमीशन के आरोप में बर्खास्त किया गया था। उन्होंने आज सत्यपाल मलिक पूर्व गवर्नर की बात को साबित कर दिया कि मोदी जी को करप्शन से परहेज नहीं है।
सर, उन्हीं के नेता एक थे आयनूर मंजूनाथ जो पार्टी छोड़कर जेडीएस में ज्वाइन किए हैं। उन्होंने ओपनली बोले थे कि ईश्वर जैसे नेता बीजेपी का सत्यनाम लिखेंगे, बीजेपी को बर्बाद कर देंगे क्योंकि उनका फटा मुंह कुछ भी बोल सकता है। आपको लगता है उनका मुंह इस तरह से बंद किया जा रहा है?
आयनूर मंजूनाथ जी हों, जगदीश शेटर साहब हों, सवदी साहब हों और 150 से अधिक भाजपा के विधायक, पूर्व विधायक, मंत्री, एमपी, एक्स एमपी, एमएलए, एमएलसीज हों, उन सबने बार बार कहा कि बोम्मई सरकार सर के बाल से पांव के नाखून तक भ्रष्टाचार में डूबी हुई है। उनके एक नेता ने तो ये भी कहा कि 40% कमीशन एजेंट बसवराज बोम्मई है। मैं नहीं कह रहा, उन्होंने कहा। उनका नाम था नेहरू ओलेकर, नेहरू ओलेकर साहब ने कहा। बसवराज बोम्मई जी ने जवाब नहीं दिया। साहब, जिसका चरित्र साफ हो वो डिफेमेशन का केस करता, नेहरू ओलेकर पर मुकदमा दर्ज करवाता, क्योंकि वो तो उन्हीं के नेता हैं। बसवराज बोम्मई जी का जवाब ना देना उनकी प्रत्यक्ष या परोक्ष सहमति का प्रमाण है। जितना जल्दी कर्नाटक की पवित्र धरती से इस भ्रष्ट और इनकॉम्पिटेंट सरकार को निकाला जाए उतना अच्छा है। और अब तो देश के प्रधानमंत्री ही 40% कमीशन पर अपनी मोहर लगा रहे हैं। तो साहब, अब यहाँ दाल में काला नहीं, यहाँ तो पूरी की पूरी दाल काली है। धन्यवाद।
क्यों फाइल करवाया है सर आप?
Can I say, my friend, the worry is all on the other side. Our faces tell you, and the faces of people of Karnataka have told you that the worry is all on the other side. Everybody has a supporting candidate. It's a very normal process. Sometimes your wife, your brother, your block congress president, they file a second nomination. Please don't read more than that into it.
So today making a charge that the BJP is siding with corruption. Yesterday they did the same thing. They're saying that you're siding with criminals, with the star campaigner Imran Pratap Gadi being there. Any decision would be taken by the Congress about him continuing to be a star campaigner?
My friend, I only want to ask BJP. एक हिंदी की कहावत है, काठ की हांडी बार बार नहीं चढ़ती। मुझे उसका अंग्रेजी अनुवाद नहीं आता, हो सकता है आप में से कोई बता दे। The politics of Samshan Kabristan is over. It's finished. The politics of Hindu-Musliman is over. It's finished. It's dead. It's been flogged so many times that it has died. Both Hindus and Muslims, Sikhs and Jain, Buddhists and Parsis have realized that the only recipe that BJP has is a communal division. Nothing else. Those communal divisions are not working on the ground here. They have tried to befool everybody. Sometimes in the name of reservations, sometimes in the name of communalism, sometimes in the name of caste. All three planks have died without batting an eyelid. They will keep raising it. My suggestion to all of you is, ignore their rhetoric. They will talk about 5,000-year-old history. They will talk about 50,000 year earlier that happened. Karnataka election is not being fought in 2nd BC, not in BC 5, not in year 1100. Karnataka election is being held on 10th of May 2023.
Sir, but Shobha
Tell us, what do you have as your agenda to show?
Sir, but Shobha Karandaje, the Union State Minister, says that the same Atik had a good connection with Congress and also with the person who is nominated in the Star Campaigners list.
First and foremost, I know that they are trying to derail, and your question may also derail my important issue, but I still consider it important enough to answer. My friends, you are very, very enlightened media in Karnataka, and I am extremely proud to be a part of you and to be here. I have rarely seen people this incisive who ask pointed questions from us as also from BJP. Because in Delhi they only ask from us, not from BJP. Here you ask from us and from BJP both. That's why I commend all of you. You know, about last 5 years ago, there was a huge uproar. Reams of news space were spent on Ramesh Mehta, if I'm pronouncing the name correct, right, ma'am? Paresh Mehta. That's why I keep asking lest I'm wrong. Paresh Mehta murder. The cult of Shobha and C.T. Ravi who suffer from verbal and mental diarrhea. Because there are 2-3 people here. Shobha ji, whom I respect immensely as a woman, she's a minister. And C.T. Ravi, they suffer from verbal and mental diarrhea though. The same people created a bogey of the Mehta murder case. I asked them today, what happened? The CBI controlled by them has filed a charge sheet now saying this was all a bogus thing. Yesterday, there one more person who's now not been made a star campaigner, who's more famous for opening aeroplane doors.
Emergency gate opener.
Emergency gate opener. And habitual abuser. I don't want to name him so that my tongue doesn't get soiled. But you have all understood whom I mean. That emergency gate opener accused that a BJP worker was killed by someone either of minority community or affiliated to Congress. Now a BJP leader has been arrested for his murder. Police is not under my control. Police is under their control. So they will continue to raise the